Holy crap, right? Some really beautiful places in Minnesota. Okay, everyone, new location. I made good on my promise. We are in almost uptown area. I'm going to go to the actual uptown area probably this weekend, but this is going to be the outskirts where they have a particular lake that is the cause of a lot of controversy because they changed the name. And I'm not going to get in the middle of this fight. But all I got to say is that I'm used to calling it Lake Calhoun because that's what it's been my whole life, pretty much, I think. But they changed it to a name I can never pronounce right, and it has the word ska in it. And I'm not the biggest fan of ska music, so I keep calling it Lake Calhoun. Really rolls off the tongue, you know? All right, my question though here is scooter etiquette. What is allowed? If I go on the trail, because you got to be careful around these parts. If I go on the trail with the bikes with a scooter, am I going to get chased out of town? We'll see. And then it's okay if I talk to myself here. I've gotten over it. Here we go. One thing I'm not used to though is having people all around me at all times. So far, I've seen 0 scooters. Here's the funny part though, is I lived here for a couple of years and I loved it here. But it's like, you know, people are a certain way, you gotta get used to it. It's different from, let's say, the deep suburbs. But I'll show you guys the water pretty soon. It's quite the sight. And then it's funny because if someone gives me crap about riding a scooter, I'll be like, hey, it's electric, man. But people here are very healthy. So people are all on bikes. Oh, there's a scooter. Oh, I forgot about e-scooters. At least I don't leave them laying around like that. That's a tragedy, man. I wonder if they just don't have kickstands or if people just throw those things down. Let's see. Oh, I see a kickstand. There's no excuse. Yeah, living around here was really cool because I could just go down the street. This is back when I was doing jiu-jitsu a lot. And I'd eat at Chipotle. It was a bad combination because it was like I lost a bunch of weight rolling and then I would go to Chipotle and gain it all back. But then you'd come out here and just walk all the way around. One of these days I am gonna walk. Not just ride my scooter like a lazy ass, but walk all the way around the lake. It's great exercise. Today especially, it's 70 something degrees. People are into it. You're gonna see a lot of different kind of people here compared to my usual videos, so this ought to be fun. I saw gas prices today were at $4.59 for just the regular unleaded. I say regular unleaded, and usually people say regular now. But when I was a kid, regular meant leaded. Isn't that weird? It's like, I'll take $5 on pump 7. Oh, regular or unleaded? I'll take the kind that gives me lead poisoning, please. And dulls my already low IQ. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the water. You're gonna freak out. So this is the view I'm seeing the entire time I go around. Holy crap, right? Some really beautiful places in Minnesota. I need like a side cam, or I should have done wide screen today just so you guys could see, but it might be distracting to look at the water the whole time too. This guy's walking the line. I walk the line. All right. Now we come up on this weird little beach area. Oh, by the way, I learned the etiquette quick that you got to stay to the right of the path because everyone will be like, on your left, on your left. Now this little, I call this Gilligan's Island. Okay, we got a bike path there. Kind of lost here. I'm used to walking, so this is weird. But I call this Gilligan's Island because it's a little beach area in the middle of the city kind of vibe. This always reminds me of Stillwater, Duluth area, very cool. See, when I see that boat, I can't stop thinking of the theme song. It's like I go 2 blocks from the city and I'm suddenly in What About Bob, you know? Look at that. It's beautiful. You could rent a little paddle boat. Maybe I'll do that this year. Kind of cognizant of people hearing me talking, but you know what? I'm near the uptown. People talk to themselves all the time. So. Uh-oh. What happened? I also think of the Voyage of the Mimi soundtrack. So every time I see boats floating in the water, I just think do-do-do-do-do-do-do with Ben Affleck. Okay, I already smelled suntan lotion. It's bringing me back. See, if you go right down there, it's uptown. Where things can get very interesting. We'll go there Saturday, I think. Okay, here's really the area where people chill. They had this, yeah, they have a little restaurant thing where they sell like food, like you could get some drinks and like a fish sandwich and stuff. Pretty damn cool. Great place to bring a date, guys, if you're interested. Not in me. If you're interested in dating, bringing someone to a cool dating spot, bring her here. I always have this, not fear, but trepidation is the word, maybe? Trepidation? That I'm gonna run into one of my exes here because a few of them live around this area, but you know, that was years ago. They probably moved out to farmland by now. That happened a few times where it's like, oh, I want to be a city girl, city girl. 2 years later, they're living in Farmington or something. It's like, what happened? Oh, I got that out of my system. Oh, okay. Glad to have been part of that. Here's the beach. I'm not going to stop too much because it might be creepy if a dude with a vlog camera is looking at everyone, so I'm just gonna keep rolling. Or as my mom would say, keep on lolling. Keep on lolling. She's Korean, by the way. All right, so we go from a beach to a playground, which is pretty smart actually, so that you can drop the kids off and then go sun tanning. I'm just gonna go cruise control and just chill. See, this is how my brain works. I feel like I gotta get around the lake. Like, no, dude, just enjoy it. Enjoy the fact that it's not 50 degrees and blowing freezing wind. There was a time when I was engaged, and when that was coming to an end, you know, a lot of things go through your head. You don't know what's ahead for you, and we lived out here. It's a cute dog. And then I remember walking, this is a weird thing, but I was walking around the lake, and you just start to let your mind wander. And the great unknown is stretched out in front of you, just like this water is. And I was listening to A Rush of Blood to the Head. Don't judge me. 'Cause Coldplay ruled when they first started, damn it. Their first 3 albums are killer. I was listening to A Rush of Blood to the Head, and a couple of the tunes started playing. No, it was X and Y. X and Y. And those tunes are very thought-provoking. And I looked up at the sky over the water, and I saw this plane flying. And I just kept thinking, how awesome is it? It's amazing we've achieved flight. It's like I was high or something. And I think I just got caught in the moment, because later on, a certain tune came on, and I just started tearing up. I'm like, wow. Something really powerful about certain states of mind when you're, breaking up with somebody or in a weird place in life. And then you're next to a huge body of water, and Yep. All right, that's my first one. People are mostly polite here. I've had a few jerks, but it's like everywhere you go, there's going to be mostly good people. That's what I've learned over all these years of living. Mostly good people. But it's always the asshats that wreck it for everybody. It's the oldest story in the book, Okay, there's there's a dock right here. I would go down it, but they have a dog at the end. I don't want to disturb it with my scooter. Man, I'll have to come here on a weekend sometime, and you guys will freak out at how many people are walking around this lake. A lot of lovely ladies in Uptown as well. So I gotta admit, when I was single for like 6 months in Uptown after my fiance moved out, it was the place to be. Not that I was dating a bunch of people, but it was just like, hey, it's better than being in some retirement home area, There's like a circle thing with stones back there. I keep thinking it's some sort of like seance ritual area. This is where the coven meets up once every Tuesday night. We have tea and strumpets, as Jim Carrey would say. Crumpets. And we worship Baphomet, It's all good. Okay, now we're to the other side of the lake. God, usually this takes forever to walk. And I always have big ambitions, like, I'm gonna walk around the lake twice. Yes. And then I get to about here the first time around, and I'm like, it's getting hot. I gotta pee, and I want a fish sandwich. Sometimes you come around here, and there's some dude meditating on the side, There's always that dude. Thought that'd be a really great way to get a date. Just set up a blanket and start doing the ohms, and some new age girl will come around. Hey, I want to meditate too. Start a meditating group. Oh, they got some really cool houses here as well. So I'll just show you this one real quick. It's like a modern take, and then there's some classic ones up on the hill. Each of these houses are a couple mil. I'm really bad at assessing value, but it's got to be at least that these days. By the way, they have another lake nearby, so besides this one, they have a Lake of the Isles. And I believe I know how to get to it, but I can't be 100% sure. So I might have to do that one on a different day. Okay, now it's getting windy. But the wind is not cold. This is the wind I can stand. Yeah, a lot of these houses look like old libraries or something. It's kind of cool. One thing I realized I have to do this year is I have to really get back to working out. I have to kick the P90X, the Insanity. I should make it a goal to be that guy, that one guy, you know, who goes around the, I just totally inhaled weed, goes around the lake one time with shirtless. I've never done that before, and I'm too ashamed right now at my puny aspects. God, that's weird when people just sit face to face and gaze at each other. I don't know why that's so weird to me. I have weird issues with that. But it's sweet. It's sweet to see other people do it, but. Okay, this is cool. I'm using my new SD card today, 512 gigabytes. Oh. Are they barking at me? Wow. I knew dogs could sense evil, but. Okay, then you get to the point here where people play volleyball. This always gives me hope in humanity. Hope for humanity. Like, if people can still get together, smack a volleyball around on the dirt, it's a good sign, you know? There's always some dudes kicking a ball, trying to impress the volleyball girls. See, that just energized me. That gave me hope for people. Okay, there's another scooter dead by the side of the road. That pisses me off, kind of. You know, I'm pro scooter, and I'm not saying these people just trash it, because you probably can't stand it up very easily on the dirt like that, but I just want to go around and collect them all. Here's the weird part too. I don't know if I really ever see people riding those things. I just see them on the side of the road knocked over. So it's an example of something that was, you know, a good idea and probably gets used. Maybe I just don't see it, but used and abused. Okay, let's see if these geese hiss at me. Geese hate me for some reason. Hi. What's up? Nope, they were cool. Uptown geese are very chill. Uptown geese. Closer to my neighborhood, they're always hissing at me. Even if they're not protecting babies, like if they are, I get it. Sometimes they're just like, get out of my space. And I'm like, you're in my space, dude. You got wings, go fly away. I'm never mean to animals, but when it comes to geese, I will throw down. It's so funny because back when I lived here, I really wanted to buy a motorcycle. I thought about it. I'm like, you know, if I had a motorcycle here, I would just go around the lake, but I'd have to be on the street, far away, further away from the water. And now I've figured out this scooter thing, which is kind of a cool hack. You still get to go around. I dig her. She's like on a dirt bike and she yelled at me. She's rocking, I think, some ZZ Top. I could go for that. Okay, I think we're almost all the way around. God, at this rate, I might be able to get back and get my guitars to my friend who's way up in Forest Lake. Gonna take some pickups out of my Jackson, which they're really great pickups, but I played a couple shows with them now and they're not cutting through as well as I want them to. Part of that might be my gain structure, too much gain. So I'm gonna try, this sounds crazy, but I'm gonna try to throw my gem pickups into it. So it's gonna be like a hybrid. It's gonna be a DiMarzio filled Jackson, which is crazy. I like the way the gem sounds, at least in my live streams. It has this way of cutting through everything. But I'm wondering if it's gonna be too much. So it's kind of just gonna be an experiment. But if it goes well, I'm gonna have white and gold pickups and a white guitar. It's gonna be kind of crazy looking. It's gonna be my albino guitar. Okay, that's one time around the whole lake. See if people stop. They probably won't stop for a scooter boy. Oh, they will. Awesome. Oh crap, I wasn't supposed to park there. I just noticed that sign. Tell you what, let's just explore a little bit more. There's a scooter. Are you allowed to chain up a public scooter like that? Yeah, you couldn't ask for better weather right now. It's really great. I can feel even if it was 5 degrees warmer, it would be almost too warm already. But the wind is keeping it down a little bit. All right, we'll just go like this real quick. We got plenty of summer to explore the whole area, but Lake Street, and there's a really cute world's smallest Barnes & Noble right around here. So what we would do, because we live back that other way, there's a giant chair, is we would just basically take this road up to Uptown and do all our Uptown-y stuff. And then going the opposite way would be where I went to jiu-jitsu, and it's kind of the way back to the suburban homes we lived in, or the suburban cities we lived in as kids. So it's crazy. One direction takes us to the crazy side, the other one brings us back home, and we lived right in the middle area. So anyhow, beautiful city, well taken care of, and it's a really great place to go if you're not quite ready to go to the actual uptown or downtown area of Minneapolis. But I think people want to keep it a secret. Like, shut up, quit exposing our beautiful city, let us live in peace. So what'll be fun is taking the scooter to the small Barnes & Noble, because there's a Punch Pizza right there. And, I'll just take you through a typical evening back in the day. And I look forward to it. Okay, everyone, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed your time around the lake, and we'll see you soon.